Hello students, welcome to the discussion on numerical ability of AIMT2032104. Hope you did well in the examination and please be ready with the pen and paper. Now we'll start the discussion on numerical ability of the paper AIMT2032104. Now look at the first question on your screen. So this question is based on the simplifications. So what we need to find the value of the question mark. The value of the question mark we need to find here. If you observe this, so what is the question mark value? When you take this other side and bring this left side. So what is the result? 640% of 45. So I am taking a 45% here. 45% means 50% minus 5%. Now what is 100% value? 640. 50% means it is a 320. Okay. Now what is a 5%? It is a 32. When you subtract 32 from 320, it will give 288. That is a value of 45% of 640 or 640% of 45. Now, how much is the value of 12 into 23.5? 2 times of 12, it is a 24. Means 2 means here 10th digit, so you'll get 240. And 3 times of 12, that is 36. Half of 12, it is a 6. When you add all these values, it will give 282. The difference of these two values is equal to 6, which is a 15%. Then he's asking to find the 100% value. So what is the 15%? 15% is 6. Then 100% is equal to question mark. Doing cross multiplication. What is the result? 6 into 100 by 15. 3 2 times and 5 times. 5 here. 20 times. The result is 40. So what is the right choice? Option number 1. First choice is the answer for this question. Okay, now look at the second example on your screen. 39 square minus 36 square. So it is in the form of a square minus b square. What is the expanded form of this one? A plus b into a minus b. So a plus b means 39 plus 36 and 39 minus 36. So what is the result? Now here we can express the same thing as 75 into 3. And whereas 25 square means 625. So 625 minus 3 times of 75. 3 times of 75 means it is a 225. So when you subtract 225 from 625, it will give 400 as a result. So what is the value of the question mark? Square root of 400, it is 20. So right choice, option number 1. First choice is the right answer. Look at this next example on your screen. Now 5 by 3 of the 291 means here 3 it goes how many times? 97 times. 55% means 50% plus 5%. Hope you are copying all these solutions. The 50% means actually it is 100% value. 50% means half of the value, 160. So 5% means 16. Sum of these two is equal to 176. Minus question mark is equal to 1/5 of the number. What is the 1/5 of this? So 5 it goes how many times? 163 times. 16 into 5 is equal to 80. So 3 times of 5. So what is the result? 5 times of 97. 5 times of 90. 450 plus 35. 450 plus 35, it is a 485 plus 176 minus 163, which is equal to question mark. Adding all these values, you will get 498 as a result. So right choice, option number 4. Fourth choice is the answer for this, just some of the values. Now look at the next example on your screen. When you take this other side, it will become positive. When you take other side, it becomes positive. Now just simplify. What is the sum of these numbers? So 74 minus 14, it is 60. 60 plus 105, that is 165. So 1 is carrying. Now what next here? Now next 12 subtract, so 12 minus 7. How much it is? 5. 5 plus 31, it is 36. 36 plus this value plus 1, that is 95. So what is the result? 9565, option number 5. Fifth choice is the right choice. Now next example on your screen. Yes, my dear students, all these are the numerical ability simplification examples. You need to spend very less time to answer these examples. This is one of the scoring areas in the examination. Now 1296 divided by 36 means, here if you observe 36, it was exactly 36 times in 1296. It's a perfect square. Into 1.5 means it is a 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means 2, it goes 18 times. Plus question mark is equal to 66 into 20%. 20% means 1/5 of the value. How much is the 1/5 of 50? It is a 10. So what is the product of 66 into 10? So 66 into 10. That is 660. Now 660 minus 3 times of 18, that is a 54. Subtract 54, then it will give the value, that is 606, option number 3. Third choice is the right choice. Subtracting 54 from 660, it is 606. Choice 3 is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. Here, question mark value we need to find. So 6 cube minus 13 plus minus 250 and 682. When you take these values other side, plus will become minus, minus will become plus. So what is the sum of these numbers means? 6 cube is equal to 216. So 682 plus 250 plus 13 minus 216. By adding all these values, it will give 729. That is the value of question mark. So how much is the question mark? Question mark, square of the question mark is 729. So what is the square root of 729? That is 27. So what is the right choice? Option number 2. Second choice is the right choice. Now, next example on your screen. 24 by 6. Exactly, it goes how many times? 4 times. Minus 76 plus 42 by 7 into 16. By applying the BODMAS rule, so 7 it goes how many times? 6 times. Then what is the result? 6 into 16, that is 96 minus 76 plus 4. So what is the sum of these values means? 96 minus 76, 20 plus 4, it is 24. Right choice, option 5. Fifth choice is the right choice. Okay. Now look at the next example on your screen. 20 square, that is a 400 minus 381. 400 minus 81, 381. So how much is the result? So 400 minus 381 and question mark by 5 plus 56 by 4. Now 4, it was exactly how many times? It was exactly 14 times. Am I right? So 4, it was exactly 14 times in 56. Now just simplify this. Now 400 minus 381. 400 minus 381, that is 19. 19 minus 14, that is 5. 5 into 5, it is a 25. So what is the result? Option number 4. Choice 4 is the right choice. What is the discussion? The value of 20 square minus 381, it is a 19. The value of this is, it is a 14. When you take 14 other side, becomes minus 14. Subtract 14 from 19, it will give 5. So whereas here, one more 5 is there in the denominator side on the right hand. So just simplify, the value of question mark is equal to 25. The under root. So 12 square, it is a 144. 17 square, it is a 289 plus 8 is equal to question mark into 6 by 48. So 6, it goes exactly 8 times in 48. So what is the sum of all these numbers? Sum of all these numbers is 441. So 441, it is a perfect square. So what is the square root of 441? It is a 21. 21. When you take this 8 other side, it will multiply 21. So 21 into 8, that is the 168. Option number 2. Second choice is the right answer. Now look at the next question on your screen. Here, sum of the integers and sum of the proper fractions is the answer. Sum of the integers. How much is the sum of the integers? 4 minus 11 plus 12 minus 8 plus 21. And what about the proper fractions? 1 by 6 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 9 minus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 4. By taking question mark on one side and the numbers other side. Then what is the value? What is the sum of the integers? Sum of the integers, if we observe, 12 minus 8, that is a 4. So 4 plus 4, that is 8. 21 minus 11, it is a 10. 10 plus 8, 18. So sum of the integers is 18. How much is the sum of the proper fractions? Minus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 gets cancelled. Minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 gets cancelled. Remaining is, it is 1 by 6. So what is the sum of these values? It is 18 plus 1 by 6. Means 18 1 by 6. Which is equal to question mark by 3. So how much is the value? Means just simplify. Question mark is equal to 3 into 18, 54. 3 into 1 by 6, that is a half, means 0.5. The result is 54.5. The right choice, option number 1. First option is the answer for this question. Now look at the next set of questions. Here, these questions are based on the comparison of the roots of a quadratic equation. My dear students, if you observe carefully, here directions are given. What are the directions? Now, when the roots of the first quadratic equation is more than the second one, means x is greater than or less than, less or equal to, greater or equal to. Here, options are given. Mark the choice 1 when x is greater or equal to y. Just look at the directions given here and the options based on this. Now, we'll look at the questions one by one. Now here two equations are given, two quadratic equations. Just to find the roots of these quadratic equations. Now what is the value of the product? Means 2 into 12, that is a 24. Now we can express this 24 as a product of 2 into 6. Now what are the factors for the 10x? Means 2 into 2, 4 and 6. Means 6x plus 4x are the factors for 24. Whose sum is equal to middle term. So what are the roots for the first quadratic equation? Roots for the first quadratic equation means minus 6 and minus 4 by coefficient of x square. My dear students, you need to take the same factors with the opposite sign. So 6, opposite sign is minus 6, and 4, opposite sign is minus 4 by coefficient of x square. So these are the roots for the first quadratic equation. Now look at the second one. 3 and 4. The product of these two is 12. The middle term is 7, means how to get the value of the 7 by using the two factors. It is 4y and 3y. Sum of these two is 7y. Now what are the roots means? Minus 4 minus 3 by coefficient of y square, that is 3. Now simplify this. By comparing the roots of the first quadratic equation with the roots of the second, we can find the answer. Now look at here, I am using LCM. So what is LCM of the denominator? 6. So what you will get? So 3 times of the numerator, that is 18. 3 times of the 4, it is a 12. That is the x value. And here 2 times. 2 times means minus 8 minus 6. If you observe this carefully, so what is the comparison here? The value of the x, both the roots of the first quadratic equation less than that of y. So right choice, option number 4. Choice 4 is the right choice. Now look at the next example. X square plus 25 is plus 84. 84 means here I am expressing it as a 21 into 4, whose sum is equal to middle term. What are the roots means? Minus 21 and minus 4 by coefficient of x square. Here x square coefficient is 1. So these are the roots of the first quadratic equation. What about the roots of the second quadratic equation? Y square is equal to 441, means the value of y is plus or minus 21. It means plus 21 and minus 21. So look at the value of the x and y. Minus 21, both are same, means x is equal to y. And what is next one? The value of x is less than that of y. And the value of x is greater than that of y. So what is the comparison means? Here one time it is a lesser, other time is a greater. So here combining all these, it is not possible to make any relation. Hence the right choice is option 5. Fifth choice is the right answer. No relation can be established. Now look at the next example. What is the next example? 6x square minus 33x minus 18 is equal to 0. Now 18 I am expressing it as, so 3 into 6. So 6 into 6 is equal to 36. 36, that is a minus 36 and plus 3. It will give the sum as the middle term minus 33. So what are the roots of the quadratic equation means? Minus 36 will become plus 36. Minus 3 will become plus 3. And what is the coefficient of x square? It is a 6. So what are the roots? Here 36 by 6 and minus 3 by 6. What about the second quadratic equation? Here the value of it is 7 into 8. 7 into 8 means 8 into 6 is equal to 48. 48 and 7. When you add these two, sum of these two is equal to middle term, that is a 55. So what are the roots? Here minus 48 will become plus 48 and minus 7 will become plus 7 by coefficient of x square. Sorry, coefficient of y square. Now just to look at this and try to compare the values. The negative value is less than the positives. So x is less than y. And 36 is greater than 7. So bases are same here. Directly you can compare. 36 is more than 7. So x is greater than y. There is no relation combining these two. So the right choice is option number 5. Fifth choice is the right answer for this question. Now look at the next example on your screen. Now, as many students, two equations are given. Just try to find the answer for this one. Now, if you observe this carefully, here, what are the roots? 40 means 5 into 8. Am I right? 5 into 8 is the 40. Now, what is the possibility? What is the possibility means now here I am expressing it as again 2 into 4. Now, what is the result? 2 into 5, 10. 4 into 5, 20. So, minus 20 minus 10 means positive 20 and positive 10 by 5 are the roots of the first quadratic equation. Second one, if you observe the second one carefully, here what is the discussion? It is 4 into 5. 4 into 5, and whereas the middle term is 45. So 4 into 10, that is the 40, and 5. Sum of these two is equal to middle term. So what about the roots? Minus 40 minus 5 by coefficient of y square. So it is a 10. The negative values are less than the positives. So we can directly mark the answer as x greater than y, the right choice, option number 2. Now here I want to discuss a small logic here. Just look at this carefully. What about the sign of, now what is the quadratic equation is? It is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now if you observe the sign of the b and c, if you observe the sign of b and c, here the sign of the b and c is, in the first one, the sign of the b and c, the sign minus and positive. What about the roots of the quadratic equation is both are positive only. And whereas when the sign of the b and the c are positive, then what about the roots? The roots are negatives. All the negatives are lesser than the positives. All the positives are greater than the negatives. So we can answer directly by using this logic, just by observing the signs of the b and c. The right choice is option number 2. Now look at the next example on your screen. X cube is equal to 2197. The value of x, it is a 13. 13 cube is equal to 2197. Then what is the next? 4y square and minus 7y minus 36 is equal to 0. 36, here we can express this as 4 into 9. So what is the possibility to get this 7y as a middle term is 4 into 4, 16. So minus 16 plus 9. So what is the result? It is a minus 7y. So what are the roots of the second quadratic equation? The roots of the second quadratic equation are, so it is a plus 16 and minus 9 by 4. Now simplified goes exactly 4 times. The value 13 is greater than 4 as well as minus 9 by 4. So x is greater than y. So right choice, option number 2. Second choice is the right answer. Now look at this example here. Now these are the questions based on the missing numbers. Number series it is. Missing number we need to find out. Just to look at the logic, which pattern it is following. If you observe the gap between these numbers, so what are the, how much is the gap? So 27 minus 15, it is a 12. So next one it is not possible to find. Next one also it is not possible to find. Whereas if you observe the difference of these two values, the difference of these two values is 42. And what about the difference of 175 and 113? It is a 62. And how much is the difference of these two numbers? It is 87. So it increases by how much? Means here difference is 25. Here difference is 20. So what is maintaining here? It is maintaining by 5. So here you will find difference as a 15. Now in this position 10, whereas in this 5. So 12 plus 5, 17. 17 plus 10, 27. So what is the result? So 15 plus 12, that is 27. 27 plus 17. 27 plus 17 is equal to 44. So right choice, option number 4. Choice 4 is the right answer for this example. Now look at the next example, next question on your screen. Now what is the pattern it follows? which pattern it follows means here, if you observe, it is increases by a huge value, means just observe the multiplication process. So what is the difference here? So it is differ by how much? 5. So how to get means by using the multiplication. So I am multiplying the first part with 3 and adding 1. 2 into 3, 6 plus 1, 7. The same 7 into 3 plus 1, that is 22. 7 into 3, 21 plus 1, 22. So 22 into 3, 66 plus 1, 67. 67 into 3. So it is 201 plus 1, it is 202. So it is following a pattern of into 3 plus 1. So right choice 67 means option number 2. Second choice is the right choice. Yes, my dear students, hope you are copying all these solutions. Okay. Now look at the next example on your screen. So how these are related? How these are related means just observe. Here it is increasing by 1. Here it is increasing by. So if you observe, increasing by 1, increasing by 1.5, increasing by 2, 2.5. No, just look at the increasing values here. So increasing by how much means? So here the difference, how much it is? It is increasing by 1. What about the value in this one? 2.5 into 1 is equal to 3.5. But here it is not into 1. 3.5 into 1, it is 3.5 only. 3.5 into 2 means it is a 7. But it is not 2 times. So 2 times of the 3.5, it is how much? A 7. But how much it is less? It is less by point. How much? 7.5. Am I right? 6.25 means 7.5. So how many times it will become means here 3.5 into 1.5. So 3.5 into 1.5 plus, am I right? So 3.5 into 1.5. How much it is? It is 5.25 plus 1. That is 6.25. If you observe this carefully, here we 2.5 into 1 plus 1. Now what is the cancellation here? It is a into, yes, you are right. What is that? Into 1.5 plus 1, and here into 2 plus 1. Am I right? So what is the pattern here? So it is following. So it's 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1.5 plus 1 into 2 plus 1. Means constant part is the 1. And what is adding here? Here first is multiplying with 1 and then adding 1. Then multiplying with 1.5, adding 1, multiplying with 2 and adding 1, and next multiplying with 2.5 and adding 1. Then what is the previous value? Means multiplying with 0.5. Am I right or not? So 0.5. So 0.5, 1, okay. Now what is the result here? So before this, what is the value? The 0.25. So 0.25 into 1, sorry, into 0.25 plus 1 into 0.5 plus 1 into 1 and so on. So what is the result here? If you observe 8 into 0.25, that is 8 into 1 by 0.25, 1 by 4, that is 2 plus 1, it is 3. So 3 into 0.5 plus 1, 3 into 0.5, that is a 1.5 plus 1, it is a 2.5. Okay, then next 2.5 into 1 plus 1. So what is the result? The result is 3.5. 3.5 into 1.5, that is 5.25 plus 1, 6.25, and so on. So the series pattern, the series is following a pattern of, so 0.25 into 0.25 plus 1 into 0.5 plus 1, 1 into 0.1 into 1 plus 1 into 1.5 plus 1, and so on. So right choice here, option number 2. Second choice is the right choice. Now look at the next example. 6, 14, 30, and so on. So how these are related means, if you observe this carefully, here it is just 2 more than the 2 times of the number. 6 into 2, 12 plus 2, it is 14. So 2 into 14, 28 plus 2, 30. 30 into 2, 60 plus 2, 62. 62 into 2 plus 2 means it is following a pattern of into 2 plus 2. So what is the right answer? Option number 1 is the right answer. Okay. Now look at the next example. So what is the observation here? If you observe these questions carefully, here 12 and 12, 20, 84, question mark, 812. So 12 and 12 means it is difference here, it is a 0. 12 and 20 difference is 8, and 84 and 20 difference is 64. If you observe this carefully, 8 and 64 are the perfect cubes. So we can express this 0 as 0 cube and 8 as a 2 cube, whereas 64 as a 4 cube. So 0 cube, 2 cube, 4 cube. What is the next value? It is a 6 cube. 6 cube is 216. 216 plus 84, that is 300. 300 and 512 difference is 300 plus 812 difference is 512. 512 means it is a 8 cube. So it is following a pattern of 0 cube, 2 cube, 4 cube, 6 cube, 8 cube. So right choice, option number 5. Fifth choice is the answer for this question. Now look at the next question on your screen. Now read the question carefully here. The area of the square is equal to area of the rectangle. Area of the square means side square, which is equal to area of the rectangle, that is length into breadth. The length is 12 centimeter more than the side. L is equal to S plus 12, and the breadth is 9 centimeters less than the side. What we need to find? We need to find out the perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter, what is the formula for perimeter? 2 of L plus B, sum of all the sides. Now simplify this. So side square is equal to length into breadth, means length here S plus 12, breadth it is S minus 9. Solving this, S square on the right hand side, whereas the left hand side S square plus 12S minus 9S. 12S plus 9 minus 9S means it is a 3S. 3S minus 108. So S square get cancelled. The remaining is 3S value is equal to 108. S is equal to 36. When S is equal to 36, length is equal to how much? 48. And what about the breadth value? It is 27. What you need to find? Perimeter. Perimeter means 2 of L plus B. L plus B means 48 plus 27, that is 75. So 2 times of 75, it is 150. Right choice, option number 3. Third choice is the right choice. Now look at the next example on your screen. The speeds 50 and 75 km per hour. Same direction they are traveling, crossing in 20 seconds. Now, if they cross each other in opposite direction, now how much time? When two trains are moving in the same direction, the distances are same. When the distances are same, then we can use the relative speed formula, that is S1 T1 is equal to S2 T2. The speed and time are inversely proportional. So you'll get a relation like S1 T1. So a relative speed of the same direction and the relative speed of the opposite direction. So same direction means 50 is subtract from 75. So 75 minus 50 means it is a 25. Consuming here 20 seconds. And opposite direction is 50 plus 75, that is 125. So how much time they will take? So S1 T1 is equal to S2 T2. Simplify. 25 goes 5 times. 5, 4 times. So what is the time here? 4 seconds. Right choice, option number 4. Sorry, option number 5. Fifth choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. Yes, my dear students. Hope you are noting all these solutions. 3 friends given here, PQR. The investments are given. P withdraws after 6 months. So what is the investment of P, Q and R? Initially P invested 20,000, Q 10,000 and R 15,000. Invested for 6 months. After 6 months withdraws of 10,000 means remaining 10,000 for the remaining part of the period. So this is the total investment of P. And what about the Q? Q additionally invested here. So after 6 months additionally invested means 10 plus 10, it becomes 20,000 for the remaining part of the period. What about the R? So R invested for the whole period. So no withdrawals, no investments. So what is the Q's share? Q profit is 50,000 out of the total annual profit. So total annual profit we need to find. First of all, find out the profit sharing ratio. If you observe this carefully, here we can cancel all the 3 zeros in all the 5 parts. Then what is the next here? 6 into 20, 120, 6 into 10, that is 60. 120 plus 60, 180. Here 60 plus 120, it is also 180. 12, sorry, 50,000, okay. 12 into 15, it is a 180. So what is the ratio means? It is a 1:1:1 is the ratio. 1:1:1 means one partner got 50,000 means other partners also will get the same 50,000 only. 50,000, 50,000, 50,000, sum of these values is the answer. That is 1.5 lakh. Option number 2. Second choice is the right choice. The profit sharing ratio is same here. Hence, the one part is equal to 50,000. 3 parts is equal to 1.5. Now look at the next example on your screen. 3 years ago age is given. 3 years ago 4K and 7K means what about the present age? 4K plus 3, 7K plus 3. Now he is saying 2 years hence. Then it is equal to 3 by 4. Then what to find? 6 years hence the ratio. 6 years hence means 4K plus 3. This is the present value. 7K plus 3. It is also present. After 6 years means just add 6 more. What it mean? 4K plus 9, 7K plus 9. So ratio of their ages after 6 years. 6 years hence. Now by doing cross multiplication. Now 4 into 4K is 16K. 3 into 7K it is a 21K. 21K minus 16K, that is a 5K. So 5K is equal to, same value is added on either side, just observe the difference in these 2 parts. 3 and 4 difference is 1. 1 into 5, that is a 5. K is equal to 1. When K is equal to 1, what is the ratio? What is the value means? 4K, that is a 4. 4 plus 9, 13. So 7k means 7 plus 9, it is a 16. So 13 is to 16, right choice, option number 1. First choice is the right choice. So next one. Look at the next example on your screen. This is a question from the simple and the compound interest. The compound interest on a sudden sum 20% per annum 3 years is given here. So what we need to find? The simple interest on the same sum after 1 by 4 years. 20% for 3 years. 20% for 3 years means we can find effective rate of interest by using this formula. If we use this formula, so 2 years effective rate of interest means 20 plus 20 plus 20 into 20 by 100, that is 44. 44 is the effective rate of interest for 2 years. But here 3 years is given. So what I am doing, one more time I am considering. One more time is 44 plus 20 plus product of these two. It is a 880 by 100 means 8.8. Then by adding these two, you will get 72.8%. This is the effective rate of interest. When you take 100 as a principal, you are earning 72.8 as the interest. 72.8 is the interest, whereas actual interest is 7280. Then what is the 100% value? 100% value is equal to question mark. So here, if you observe the multiplication factor, 72.8 into 100, you will get 7280. Now the same thing when you multiply with 100, it will give 10,000. That is the principal. On this principal 10,000, now what is asking? So 1 by 4 years are interest to be found. For the how many years? 1 by 4, rate of interest is 20% per annum. 1 by 4 means 4 into 5, 20 plus 1, it is a 21 by 4 into 20%. Now simplify this. Now zeros to 0 we can cancel. 4 it goes how many times? 5 times. 5 into 21, it is a 105, 10500. 10500, the right choice, option number 3. Third choice is the right choice. Okay. Now look at the next example on your screen. Now vessel contains here 45 liters. The combination of milk and water. Ratio is given. Equal quantities of milk and water added here. Becomes 30 added. Then if 36% of the new mixture is equal to 27 liters, then find the quantity of the water added. So 36% of the new mixture, 36% of the new mixture is equal to 27 liters means the 36% is equal to 27. Then what is the new mixture quantity? New mixture quantity means that is the 100% is equal to question mark. So 100% is equal to question mark means by doing cross multiplication, you will get 75 liters. Actually 45 liters are there. Now it is a 75 liters. Just subtract 45 from 75. 75 minus 45. How much it is? 30. Now this 30 liters is milk and water in equal quantity. Equal quantity means just divide with the 2. It will give 15 liters of water and 15 liters of milk. So right choice, option number 1. First choice is the right choice. Now look at the next example on your screen. Now election, there are 2 candidates. If 20% of the votes cast are invalid, 20% are invalid means now 80% are valid. So what I am doing here, I am taking the total number of votes as K. Total is K, in that 80% are valid. 80% means 80 by 100. In that 80%, B got 30%. When B got 30% means A got remaining 70%. 70% of the valid votes. Now B got 30% and lost the election by 8,000. Lost means what is the difference here? Difference is 40%. So 40% means 40% of 80% of K, it is equal to 8,000. Yes, my dear student, just simplify this. Just simplify this, you will get the value of K. What is asking here? Total number of votes cast in the election. So total number of votes means now 80. You can cancel with 80. So what is the next here? 0 and 0 we can cancel. 4, 25 times. Now 25 into 10 into 100, the value of K is equal to 25,000. Option number 2 is the right answer. Look at the next example on your screen. P is 25% more efficient than Q. What is the efficiency here? Efficiency of P and Q, if you observe, 25% more efficient means when Q is equal to 100, P is equal to 125. The ratio of their efficiency is 5:4. And can complete the work in 36 days. P can complete the work in 36 days. Find the difference between the number of days that P and Q together take and to complete the Q alone. So what to find here? P plus Q together. Now efficiency in days, these two are inversely proportional. When these two are inversely proportional means you can use, so M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2. M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2. What is the M1 value here? 5K. Just ignore the K and just observe 5. So 5 into 36 is equal to, so 4 into the number of days of a Q. So simplify, it goes 9 times, so Q will complete the work in 45 days. And what about the P plus Q? So M1 D1 is equal to M2 D2 means P plus Q. P plus Q means sum of these two parts is equal to 9. So sum of these two means P plus Q number of days. So 9 it goes 4 times, that is 20 days. So P plus Q 20 days and whereas Q 45 days. So what is asking here? Difference in these two parts. So how much is the difference of these two days means? It is a 25 days. Option number 5. Fifth choice is the right choice. Now look at this example. The selling price of the article, which is 20% more, 20% profit, sold at a profit of 20%, which is 2250. What would be the profit earned on the article when it is sold for 1925? The cost to price, I am using it as 100%. 20% profit means selling price is 120%. The value of 120% is given here. How much it is? 120%. It is given here as 2250. Then find the 100% value. 100% is equal to question mark. Just simplify this. What is the cancellation? 2250 into 100 by 120. Solving this, you will get 1875. Now, what would be the profit earned when sold for 1925? So this is the cost to price. It is the selling price. Difference of these two is the answer. So what is the right choice? Option number 4. That is 50 rupees. Simplify. You will get 1875. Of course, 5 times of 20 and 6 times of 20. Simplify. 6 it goes. Okay. The next one. Yes, my dear students, you are supposed to do the calculations. Now, a circle is inscribed in a square whose diagonal is 7√2. A circle is inscribed in the square. So, diagonal, whose diagonal means this is the value. The diagonal of the square is √7√2. Now find the circumference of a circle. Circumference means 2 pi r to be found. Now, what is the discussion here? Diagonal is given. Diagonal of a square square. So side and the diagonal, how these two are related means now diagonal is equal to root 2 into side. So diagonal is 7 root 2, side into root 2 means here simplify, it gets cancelled, root 2 gets cancelled, side is equal to 7. Side is equal to 7 means that is nothing but the diameter of a circle. So diameter of a circle and the side both are same diameter here. Diameter of a circle and the side of a square both are same. So what is that? 7 is the value. So 2 pi r means 2 into r is equal to 2r, that is a diameter. So pi approximate value is 22 by 7. 22 by 7 into diameter, that is 7. So 7 and 7 gets cancelled. Remaining is the answer, that is 22 centimeter. So right choice option number 1. First choice is the right choice. Okay. Now look at the next example. Next is set, that is a data interpretation based on the table. Cost of the article A and the B purchased. Here the total value is given and the product value PQRST and the ratio of the cost price of the A and B is given. Now look at the first question. Difference between the sum of the cost price of the cost price at A purchased product P and R, A P and R, and B the product T. So what is A, P and R? P and R, if you observe, this is the total value. Am I right? So what is the A and B means the ratio of A and B is given here 5:11. 5:11 means sum of the ratios is equal to 16. When you divide this 48 with 16, it goes exactly 3 times. A value is 3 into 5, that is 1500. What about the R value is R, sum of the ratios is equal to 5. When you divide this 2500 with 5, it goes in 2500, it goes 5 times. 5 into 3, again 1500. Sum of these two values is equal to 3000. In the same way, B value in T to be found, the product T to be found. Sum of the ratios is equal to 7. When you divide this 56 with 7, it goes 8 times. So 800. Am I right? 800 into the B we need to find. 8 into 3, that is 2400. So 2400 and 3000. The difference of these two is the answer. It is 600. Option number 3. Third choice is the right choice. Now look at the next example on your screen. If the cost price at A, B purchase product R are increased by 10 and 20% respectively. So what is the additional amount to be paid? So A and B, what to find? R we need to find, product R. What is the value of R here? 2500 is the total cost and the ratio is 3:2. Sum of the ratio is 5. 25 by 5 means it is 500. Now the value of A is how much? 3 into 500, it is a 1500. That 1500 increased by 10%. 10% means increased by 150. And what about the B value means 2 into 500, that is 1000, increased by 20%. The 20% means it is a 200. So what is the increase in the value? Additional value is asking. So how much is the additional value means 150 plus 200, that is 350. Choice number 2. Second choice is the right answer. Choice number 2 is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. If A, the product S marked 40%, marked up by 40% is increased by 40%. Then what is asking here? And gave a discount of 20%. Then what is the selling price? 40% above it was marked and 20% discount is offered means what is the effective rate of interest? What is the effective rate of interest means we can find the effective rate by using A plus B plus AB by 100 formula. That is plus 40 minus 20 minus into plus minus 20 into 40, 800 by 8. So what is the sum of all these values means it is a plus 12%. The effect means here increases by 12%. So increases by 12% means what is the A value in S? Now S product is 4,000. Now A value means sum of the ratios is 8. So 8, whereas A value is 5. So 5 by 8, 12%. So 12%. Now what is the value means? Here the value of this is 8. It goes how many times? 5 times. That is a 2,500. On this 2,500, so 12%. 12% means percentage and 0 get cancelled. So 12 into 25 is 300. So when you add 300, 12% and 2,500 is 300. When you add 300, it becomes 2,800. So what is the right choice? Right choice is option number 5. Fifth choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. Now sum of the cost price of B, product Q and R together, and the cost price of the purchaser at EA and ES and T together. What we need to find? The ratio. What we need to find? The ratio of the sum of the cost. So what is the value here? Now Q value, what is the Q value? B, 3,500. So sum of the parts is 7 parts. 7, it goes exactly 5 times. So 5 into 5, it is a 2,500. The value of Q, product Q in at B. Now what is the value of R at B? So R at B means if you observe sum of the ratios is equal to 5 parts. The 5 parts is equal to 2,500. So what is the one part? It is a 500. So B we need to find 2 times of 500. It is 1,000. So 2,500 plus 1,000, it is 3,500. And whereas at A, the product S and T. Sum of the ratios of A and B is 8. Divide 40 by 8, it goes 5 times. So 500 into 5, that is 2,500. What about the T value? T value means here sum of the ratios is equal to 7 parts. Divide 5,600 with the 7, it goes 8 times. So 800. 800 into 4, that is 3,200. So sum of these two parts is equal to 5,700. Now simplify this. Zeros to 0 we can cancel. So what is the remaining? It is not possible to simplify these two numbers. Hence 35 is to 57 is the answer. Right choice, option number 1. First choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. Cost price of Q at A purchaser product Q is what percentage of the ES? At EA, what is asking? Q with respect to S percentage. What is the Q value? Q value means here sum of the ratios is 7. Divide 35 with 7, it goes 5 times. So 500 into 2. 500 into 2 means it is 1,000. And what about the S value? Sum of the ratios is equal to 8. Divide this 4,000 with 8, it goes exactly 5 times. 500 into 5, it is 2,500. So 1,000 by 2,500. 1,000 by 2,500 into 100. Now solving this, zeros to 0 we can cancel. 25, it goes exactly 4 times in 100. So what is the product of these two numbers? It is 40%. 40%, it is option number 4. So with this, we'll stop this discussion. This is the completion of the numerical ability discussion. Hope you note all the points, and thank you very much.